Welcome back. In the last session, we have discussed about Tanzanian Federation Cooperatives and in the introduction of Kilimanjaro Native Cooperative Union. Let us discuss about the activities that are run under the Kilimanjaro Native Cooperative Unions. Community related activities of KNCU. In this area, we will be discussing about various social activities that are conducted by Kilimanjaro Native Cooperative Unions for its members as well as for the people of the society. KNCU has offered community health insurance schemes. Just like the insurance scheme that are operating in our country, KNCU also has taken initiative to provide insurance schemes for its members so as to provide them quality primary healthcare services at affordable cost. For that, KNCU had made a partnership with Farm Access Foundation and HIVOS. These two are two separate groups, and KNCU has made a partnership with these two groups so as to provide health insurance schemes and other facilities for its members as well as for the people. Next one, KNCU has provided for Fair Trade Premium Project for self-help initiative. In this activity, it provides prime support to cooperatives for developing self-help and livelihood improvements of its members, and thus to provide an education fund to provide scholarship for members, providing finance farming of organic coffee. Organic coffee is of great importance with regard to the KNCU. Finance coffee quality improvement programs, and also to establish a coffee seedling nursery. So these were the facilities that were offered to its members through Fair Trade Premium Project, mainly to initiate a self-help activity. Next facility is provided by the KNCU is Fair Tourism Project. The coffee farm is managed by small-scale farmers who were residing in the slopes of Kilimanjaro, and this is the meaning of the phrase Kahawa Shambha. It's an African term. The project by this name aims to assist and enable KNCU to achieve diversification of economy, thus to have additional income for coffee farmers. This project is being carried out in collaboration with Rural Primary Cooperative Society to develop sustainable tourism. Tourism is of great importance with regard to the Kilimanjaro Cooperative Society. The main activity of this union is to cultivate coffee beans, and it is usually conducted in the mountain slopes of Kilimanjaro, and it's actually a volcanic prone area, and the soil is very fertile, its climate is very fertile, and its climate is always supporting the cultivation of this coffee, because the cultivation of coffee required a particular type of cultivable land, particular type of season, rainfall, temperature, and some requirements are necessary for the cultivation of coffee. In spite of that, the coffee of Kilimanjaro is world famous, and the people from all around the world come to visit how these coffee beans are cultivated, how they are processed, and what are the techniques are followed, and what are the situations that favored for its world famous demand. So tourism with regard to the coffee beans also is entertained, and the KNCU has taken initiative for Fair Tourism Project. Apart from these services, the KNCU has taken initiative for IPOPA. It means export promotion of organic product from Africa. Organic product means, unlike all the agricultural activities that were happening in Africa, the coffee beans of Kilimanjaro is of great importance because of its peculiar quality and nature and its taste. Apart from that, it was mainly based on organic farming. Organic means the farmers doesn't use any sort of chemicals or any sort of pesticides like that. it was basically an organic farming cultivation. That is why it also received much praise in the world market. So let's come back to it. IPOPA means export promotion and organic product from Africa. The KNCU participate in IPOPA project so as to enhance their export of organic Arabica coffee. The coffee of that Kilimanjaro is otherwise known as Arabica coffee. The coffee is grown on the slopes of Mountain Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa, and also a volcanic prone mountain. They get assistance for obtaining organic certification and to find the best available market. Getting an organic certification is of great importance as far as in African context. And KNCU in participation with IPOPA has helps in providing organic certification for the farmers of Kilimanjaro. Next one, premium payment and premium quality. KNCU extends supports to organic project staff who give training and service through extension to the farmers. And also, farmers receive special premium from KNCU for their organic produce. As I have mentioned previously, the products of Kilimanjaro Union is of great importance in the world market, and one of the reasons is that they always support organic farming. So in order to encourage organic farming among farmers, KNCU has taken initiative in providing premium payment and premium quality to its farmers as well as training experts. Next one, target groups. As I have mentioned earlier, unions always encourage the farmers for following organic farming. So it also has set aside a group, otherwise known as target group, and usually the group involves or includes only those farmers who are following as per the guidelines of the KNCU. Main guidelines is follow organic farming. So farmers who follow the best organic farming techniques are selected by KNCU for better pay and training. Once they are selected to that particular target group, the KNCU will provide better pay and training unlike the other farmers in that same region. And right now there are more than 2000 coffee smallholders in Kilimanjaro are the direct target group of the KNCU. And not only for the organic farming, they are also selected on their improved pest management. In order to avoid unorganic methods, the KNCU has implemented this target group idea. Next one, Moshi farmers. Actually, Moshi means the name of the place in the Kilimanjaro slopes. Moshi and mountain slopes are originally populated by Wakaga people. It's a name of the particular tribe that residing in that Moshi and mountain slopes. They are coffee farmers through generations. The coffee Shambhas, it's other name of the coffee that is cultivated in Kilimanjaro slopes, are cultivated on the slopes of mountain and intercropped with banana. We have discussed about that intercropping method previously. Why it's of great importance is that volcanic soil of that Kilimanjaro is very fertile and the climate there is very mild. And the area is blessed with good rainfall. That is a peculiar conditions that helped in cultivating a peculiar type of coffee beans that were demanded in the world market. Next one, Kilimanjaro Arabica coffee. We have discussed about this Kilimanjaro Arabica coffee previously. Coffee covers 20% of export earnings. Tanzania is the largest Arabica producer in Africa, but the thing is that it covers only 1% of world production. This coffee is mainly grown in southern highlands and Kilimanjaro region. This coffee requires the cooler climate for higher elevation. and only it grows in a high altitude areas. And Kilimanjaro is well known for production of some exceptionally fine coffee owing to its volcanic soil, its fertile land and abundant rainfall. The washed Arabica from Tanzania has been categorized by the ICO as Colombian mild Arabica. October-February is the coffee harvesting season in Kilimanjaro. This coffee is being certified by Natureland. Because of its peculiar properties, the coffee Arabica, or otherwise known as the coffee bean of Kilimanjaro, is of great importance in the world market. Next one, organic agriculture. We have discussed about the organic concept previously. The cultivators or the farmers of Kilimanjaro is always entertained to follow organic farming because one of the peculiarity of coffee beans or because of its demand in the world market is due to the organic farming. Why there is a need for, or why the union is giving importance to organic farming? Because the conventional way of farming uses chemical which pollute soil and disturb natural pest control. This will disturb the agroecological balance, and these dangers are resolved with the help of organic farming. That is why the organic farming is given more importance. Through organic farming, the balance is restored. Balance means ecological balance is restored. The fertility of the land is maintained. Structure of soil is enhanced. All this is possible with the help of organic farming. Natural enemies are encouraged and shade trees are maintained. Natural enemies are engaged means in order to avoid pests, farmers use pesticides. But some pests are favorable for coffee because some pests may helps the farmers in avoiding some other sorts of insects or some other sorts of pests that affect the growth of the coffee beans. So natural enemies are encouraged. Not all the pests are destroyed. Some pests are favorable for the growth of coffee. So natural enemies are encouraged. Shade trees are maintained. Shade trees are maintained means we have learned that usually for coffee they use an intercropping cultivation where banana cultivation will be done in between the coffee cultivation. So shade trees are maintained so as to provide growing support for coffee cultivation. Expenses are always less if the farmers are following an organic method, because if they are following a traditional unorganic method, they have to spend huge amounts for chemicals, fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides. But if they are following an organic method, the expenses will be less. Income and livelihood of farmers will be improved. So that is why KNC is of giving more importance to organic farming or organic agriculture. Next one, IPOPA. We have discussed about IPOPA earlier. IPOPA means Export Promotion of Organic Product from Africa. IPOPA was created by Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency in 1994. It was an ongoing project in Uganda and Tanzania, and a new project is in beginning stage in Zambia. IPOPA always aims to improve the living standard of African smallholder farmers by enhancing export of their organic produce. They get a premium for for their organic crops as the buyers directly buy from them, and the price is also paid in cash. So these were the services and other forms of assistance that were provided to the farmers of KNCU. Not only they are providing incomes or improving the living standard there, but they also encourage them to follow an organic method of cultivation or agriculture that is of great importance in the world market. That is why the coffee or the products of Kilimanjaro Union is of great importance in the world market. So let us discuss about some other areas. Next one. Contributions to cooperative movement. So in this module we have learned about the cooperative movement, its history in Africa, how the cooperative movement was implemented in Africa, what was the need for the cooperative movement in Africa, and in what all areas the cooperative movement has been implemented. There are traditional areas as well as non-traditional areas, and the cooperative movement has played an important role in the economical development of the African continent. So in this area, contributions to cooperative movement, we will be discussing about some of the important eminent personalities that has made some efforts for the implementation of cooperative movement in different parts of the world, as well as for the development of the economy of various countries through the implementation of cooperative movement. And we will begin with the contributions of Robert Owen. I hope we have discussed a lot about Robert Owen, his history, how he came to the cooperative movement, and what were the ideas that supported him to start the cooperative movement in the world, its ideologies, its principles, its activities, what are the areas cooperative movements that has been started by Robert Owen. And so we have discussed all these areas. So in the contributions of Robert Owen, you have to find the points under the Owen's principles of doctrine of circumstances, labor colonies, as well as labor exchanges. Since we have already discussed about all these areas previously in the first module, we are not going to repeat the same areas again and again. So just go through the previous areas. If you are not sufficient with the points, try to find other information from different sources. So whenever you come across a question where contributions of cooperative movement is asked, you in the area point contributions of Robert Owen, you have to include all these points. Not only the points we have learned in the first module as well as in second module, try to add more points. So just go through it. It's a part of your activity homework. Just go through it. Next one. The next area we will be discussing about the contributions to cooperative movement by various eminent personalities, not only in Africa but also on different parts of the world. We will discuss in detail that areas in the next coming session. So until then, just go through all these areas and kindly find the points that comes under the contributions of Robert Owen. Go through all these areas. Since we have covered all these areas, we are not going to repeat it again and again.